ahead as we hang out here till 3 on the game. And if you're hanging with us in Columbia, Florence, Myrtle Beach, we appreciate you like always. I have to plug my headset in. How you doing there, Tyler Head? Good seeing you, man.
It would help if I turned my microphone on and actually
take the day off.
Potted up correctly. But yes, doing good.
Doing exciting radio things yesterday.
Oh yeah, it's fun time. Had Dimitri hanging out here. Talked to my buddy Garrett Chapman out of Atlanta. Talk about some Braves baseball. I know you were intimately listening.
Yes, I was the whole thing. That was my cool corporate radio assignment for the day yesterday. We call it the extreme day of listening.
So I'm just envisioning you sitting in a coffee shop, just like intently staring off into space with headphones on, and somebody comes up and, sir, I'm intently listening. Leave me alone.
That's right.
I can't be bothered.
Do not bother me. I'm on my corporate assignment, intently listening. And you were close. It was a bar. No, okay, I went from. It was funny because I want to get different ways to get the different listener experience.
Yeah.
So I'm listening, sitting in a coffee shop, headphones on, listening on the app. Then I transfer over to my car to listen to on car stereo. Then I go pop into another coffee shop to listen to it off the internet.
Okay.
And then I do coffee shop number 3 to listen once again on the app. So I was caffeined up like nobody's business yesterday.
Well, you kind of usually are anyway.
You are not wrong. You are not wrong. So yesterday was fun as I chugged 17 cups of coffee and listened to the radio station all day.
You haven't slept yet.
Well, I'll tell you a little story. Where is he? He's in the other. I should have dragged him in here.
Okay.
Matter of fact, talk for a minute.
Okay. I will fill the air while Terry goes and gets somebody. Don't know who. He mentioned the 107.5 Game app, by the way. If you have not downloaded it, go to your App Store, iTunes Store, or the Google Play Store. Give it a download and listen to us wherever you go, whether it be around the state, in a coffee shop, at your home, whatever it may be. The 107.5 Game app.
Good one by you. Quick story.
All right.
Elijah Campbell, jump on, pick a microphone. Here, try this one. Should work. Let me turn it on. So you're talking about sleep.
Yes.
Sleep. Here I am. Sleeping at my palatial estate.
As one does.
And we call it's like the Kennedy compound, the Ford compound. And I'm sound asleep. And then something crazy happened. My phone rang at 5:45 in the morning. Elijah, who was that at 5:45 this morning calling me?
That would be yours truly.
Now, you have better had a good reason to call him that early.
He was sober, for a change.
Allegedly.
Didn't need to ride home or anything, right?
No, here's what it was.
For different reasons.
Tell them why you called me at 5:45 in the morning.
Because about 10 minutes before our flight was scheduled to board, it was delayed by an hour, meaning I was going to miss my connection to Cleveland by a lot. So I was basically stuck at the airport and go up to the desk. I'm sure a lot of people have had this experience before and have tried to ask for, what else can we do? Is there another flight leaving from Charlotte that I can take to Cleveland? Nope. There was one they found, but by the time that they opened it up, already got filled. So we basically looked at the option, said, hey, how about come back in at 7 a.m. tomorrow, sending you to Chicago, and then leaving from Chicago at 4:30 p.m.
Oh.
So basically the layover from hell.
That's problematic.
I will be, long story short, my plan tomorrow is to hang out at O'Hara Airport for about roughly 7 hours until I'm able to get on my flight to Cleveland.
He'll be doing all of his reports about the Final Four from O'Hara Airport in Chicago.
All right, I'm watching a guy eat pizza while walking around in a leisure suit. There's another man sleeping near my feet.
Look, this man asked me for money again. But at 5:45, so after this happens to him, his first thought is, I'm miserable. I'm awake. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wake up Ford.
Going to make sure Terry knows that, make sure Terry's miserable and...
Exactly, and awake.
Let him know that I'm going to be in the building, so don't be surprised when you see me come in later.
And the other part is, now, Elijah might be the most happy-go-lucky dude I've ever met.
Sure.
I've never heard or seen Elijah not in a good mood. I can say, Elijah, you got to do 12 hours of radio tomorrow. All righty, man, let's do it. Sweet, cool.
Sign me up.
This morning, Elijah was not in a good mood. It's the first time I have not heard him in a good mood since he started hanging out here with us.
Now, being in an airport generally puts you in a bad mood in general, I would say.
Yep.
But yeah, being told that, hey, that plan that you had, yeah, go ahead and scrap that. Probably doesn't help.
Then, ready? So he's got, hotel reservation, everything.
Sure.
So I text him once I got the fog out of my head. I text him, I go, don't forget to, check in, call the hotel and tell them about what's going on.
Yeah.
And what did you text me back? They didn't have your reservation.
So apparently Hotwire canceled my reservation at 3:39 this morning as I am en route to the airport because I had to get there around a little after 4 when the airport opened.
Oh my
so
God.
I can, the rule of thumb for domestic flight, get there about an hour early.
At least.
Yeah, so I did. But 3:39, they said that it was canceled. So after about another 35 to 40 minutes on the phone this afternoon, had to have them reinstate my reservation, and then edit it and adjust it to where my check-in is not at 3 o'clock today, but at 3 o'clock tomorrow.
Heck of a morning for you, man.
I've had better mornings, man. I'm telling you, I've had better.
Hey,
so when Terry picked up the phone, it was not my best of moods. As I'm still
Can I
standing
ask
here.
you guys a
in my
question?
underwear.
Sure.
Is the airport catching up to motor vehicles is the most miserable experience?
Ooh.
So I've actually only flown one time in my life.
That's it?
Yeah, one time in my life.
Really?
And it was a bit of a hassle. Not the most fun experience, but I would say it's probably on par, if not worse, than the DMV.
I mean, what was the movie when they have the sloth motor vehicles?
Zootopia.
If that isn't the truest character draw I've ever seen in my life than a sloth working in motor vehicles, it's perfect. And by the way, to try to get a smile, now I've not been to the Columbia motor vehicles, I'll say that right now to be fair. But every motor vehicles I've been to in my life,
Probably been in some gnarly ones.
it looks like these folks are being held at gunpoint and their families are being held hostage. No one's happy. No one wants to be there. They want to make you miserable like you did to me this morning. And that's what they want to do.
And inevitably, they're going to tell you, oh, well, you forgot your second grade report card. I can't give you this new license.
Oh, they tried to pull that. My daughter was getting her license, right? No, my son. My son was getting his license. And he's supposed to have his passport. And so girlfriend has all the stuff. You take a take a backpack for all this crap,
You have
right?
to confirm your identity with multiple ways.
You got to bring like
right.
a urine sample. You got to do all this craziness now. So he gets there, and this guy behind the counter, girlfriend hands also goes, "Hey, is this a copy of your passport? Of his passport?" And she's like, "Yeah." You can't use a copy. You need the original. And she goes, "Oh, wait a minute." And she reaches into, wait, I've got the original. Dude was so bummed that he actually had to deal with this. He thought he was going to skate free because it was a copy of the.
He had a gotcha moment that he couldn't fully.
And she was like, "Oh, wait a minute.
On.
Oh, here it is." You can see him going, "Crap, I got to work."
You see the change in his mood.
Sort of like the way your whole face changed when you were eating the atomic wings. Same thing.
Yeah,
Same
except maybe different color, I guess, of face, but because mine did change.
I just want to get you in here to back up my story of how you woke me up at 5:45 this morning.
I did.
I'm going to say this. If Dawn is listening right now, if you need any other motivating factor to win this weekend, Elijah's gone through a lot of trouble and he's not even in Cleveland yet.
That's right. Yeah, we have already had quite the day. My girlfriend picks me back up from the airport.
Oh, she had to be in a great mood.
I'm sure she was thrilled, right?
And she had an interview for a job in an hour and a half. So she was in the best mood. And we get back home, it's not even 6:45. It's like, man, what a day, right? Sun's not even up. We've already had quite the day.
Oh man! And by the way, this moment with Elijah's story, brought to you by Columbia Craft, CHW Cabinetry, Forest Lake Travel, Modern Exterminating. There we go.
This is a very well-sponsored worst morning of my life. Yeah, a very
well-sponsored morning of Elijah Campbell's life has been sponsored.
It can only get better from here, right?
It can only go up, and by that I mean I hope there's a plane with me in it going up into.
And by the way,
Cleveland
Tyler
area.
just pulled. He's the it could be worse guy.
That is true.
He just went to the
Sometimes
could be worse
that
guy.
helps.
Hey,
That definitely helps.
I'm half full.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I'm an
every now and
optimist.
then though, the could be worse guy. You just want to kick him in the throat.
Oh yeah.
It's
Every
like
now and then.
Because like, you're mad, you're angry, you want to break things, everything's in the crapper. Excuse me, it could be worse. Shut up.
I want to make it worse.
No, it's going to be worse because I'm going to put you in the hospital. Get the hell away from me.
What's one more problem?
Exactly. Why not at this point? Thank you, my friend. Hopefully you'll be on a plane. You'll be with Jay today. We'll start doing.
Right.
We're still going to start doing our Final Four reports with Elijah Campbell. Nothing stops.
We're still cranking out film and numbers here in this office. So
exactly.
The grind never stops.
You just have to imagine you're in Cleveland today.
Exactly. I'm going to pretend like I'm in Cleveland and I'm not wearing my travel clothes still that I didn't bother to change out of because I didn't want to open my suitcase back.
You know what? It's a good look for you.
Can I tell you something though?
It's comfortable.
You know what? I've been in Cleveland. You don't want to pretend you're in Cleveland. Just want to give you a heads up.
I'll be able to confirm or deny that once I return.
Man, appreciate you, bud. go back to making up stuff for our reports. Go get them. We should have just faked these like in Cleveland. We should have got a backdrop of the city of Cleveland, like they used to do on reports on Sports Center.
It's kind of one of those things where you take it as like a challenge. Like, all right, how long till people figure out he's not actually in Cleveland?
We should put like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame behind him.
Just the most Cleveland-esque. He's in front of the Browns Stadium randomly. Like, why is he over there?
Cardboard cutout of Drew Carey with his arm around it.
Yeah, a very crude bitmap picture of Quicken Loans Arena. That's like, that doesn't look real.
That'd be so good. All right. Anyway, so we'll have Elijah still starting his reports about the Final Four today. He'll be with Jay on the halftime show. Then he'll be his adventure will start tomorrow. I'm turning my phone off tomorrow morning. Just going to let you know that right now.
Well, hey, as somebody that's been called by you very early in the morning,
that was one of the greatest.
Sometimes the shoe ends up on the other foot.
And one of the greatest phone exchanges of all time was that one.
That neither one of us remember.
No idea what we said. It was a lot of. All right, so Elijah will be back at it in Cleveland tomorrow. He'll start his reports this afternoon with Jay on the halftime show, on the postgame show. Here on the game, we'll get back in here. Let's talk some sports, football, spring football. It's rolling. Shane Beamer talking yesterday. We had some of it, not a lot of it yesterday. Now we'll get you some more sound from the Gamecock football coach discussing the quarterback battle right now that's going on starting at spring here in spring practice and will lead into summer. That's coming up next. Terry Ford, Tyler Head. It's a halftime show rolling until 3 on the game.